I don't know who this cameraman is, but you are always in the right location at the right time. Dave Filoni, give this man a raise. Yeah. Yeah, baby, said the thing. Oh, it is so nice to be back on the main channel. You tried to kill the champ, but the champ is still here, and Ahsoka is delivering that A1 Star Wars content once again for the 4th week in a row. Listen to me, Disney, or whoever attempted to kill me. Just go ahead and give Star Wars to Dave Filoni, baby. Just go ahead and hand the man the reins and the keys to the kingdom, because he is not missing. He's not missing at all. Everything about this episode was great. Every single thing. It was perfect. Perfect, right down to the most minute detail. I loved everything about this episode. This is peak Star Wars. From the duels. Oh my god. First off, before we even get to the duels, I no longer have to hear shitty Marok theories. Because when Ahsoka finally beat him in that duel, and it's a fantastic duel, I really feel as though this is the first time we've gotten an Inquisitor who felt threatening and menacing. Where when he's using that double-bladed helicopter lightsaber, that you actually feel as though if he goes up against anyone that's not a Jedi, they're essentially fucking dead. And it was great seeing him go up against Ahsoka, because it sometimes, you forget that Anakin Skywalker made sure he trained the hell out of Ahsoka in multiple different forms. And it's great seeing her alternate between using both her lightsabers to using an aggressive attack style, or switching over to a defensive attack style, or that over the head samurai style that she did. Beautiful. It was great that they had that duel, and Marok drew those blades, and she just killed him. One hit, done. Sent his ass back to the Shadow Realm. He got sliced open, and nothing but insects and dust came out like Oogie Boogie on Nightmare Before Christmas. Fan-fucking-tastic. Love it. I even enjoyed the duel between Sabine and Shin, because it's one of the things that I hate about the sequel is that it felt like everybody was swinging around baseball bats. Nobody was precise. It didn't feel like a duel between two Jedi. It kind of felt like kids playing with lightsabers. One of the things that I've enjoyed so far is the difference in the way in which Sabine fights and Ahsoka. And you can see the difference between a master and an apprentice, where Ahsoka attacks with precision, where she's defending, she's guarding, she's striking, she's alternating her fighting style from aggressive to defensive depending on who the opponent is. And then you see Sabine and Shin, and they are super aggressive. They are trying to take each other's heads and limbs off. And I like the fact that we finally got a hint of Sabine using the Force, where she does a Force push, and it doesn't really push Shin back. Like, it's enough to like knock her face back a little bit, but it's not enough to like put her on her ass. So she defaults back to Mandalorian. That's a good tease. That means that later on down the line, when they have their reduel, my girl Sabine is going to be on that A1 Jedi Academy combat physics with a little dash, a little hint of Mandalorian sass and Force Unleashed. And I'm going to be there for it. That's going to be absolutely fucking fantastic. The duel between Ahsoka and Baylan, also great. Rey, like, my man is nailing that smoldering intensity when he's just standing there on the rock, and his hair is just flowing in the wind, and he's just looking out at the ocean. That's great. Fucking love it. That is dope as shit. I like his character. I like the fact that He's not evil like, let's say, like a Darth Vader type character, but at the exact same time he ain't good. He's that perfect in the middle. He's what you would expect from a Jedi that survived. He's the hilariously enough, he's basically Kyle Kestis, who just did not have any friends to pull him back over to the light side, or at least keep him on the grayish light side. I know gray Jedis aren't really a thing, and that Dave Filoni's basically been moving heaven and earth to kind of erase that concept, but I still kind of look at it as a morally ambiguous Jedi, where his philosophy is something has to be destroyed in order for something good to essentially be created. That's dope. I want to see where his character goes. I'm really hoping that his character doesn't die at the end of this. I'd really enjoy to basically see his character, if not come back, continue his story or his backstory, either in a game or a book or a comic book, because he's interesting as fuck, and I want to see more from him. Hera and the entire, well, I like the fact that Hera basically went and got the ragtag crew that we've become accustomed with from The Mandalorian, where my man comes back. I already knew that when they said no, Hera was going to be like, yeah, I'm a general, so I can't take the capital ship, but you ain't say shit about me taking my own personal ship to, you know, this battlefield. So I like the fact that when she took off, she had her squad of people. I love the callback where they call her Phoenix Leader, and they rocket off to go deal with the situation. Like, this episode ends on a fantastic cliffhanger, which is Ahsoka in the world between worlds. Now, I don't think she's there physically, because the last time she was there physically, it was Ezra reaching through the portal and dragging her in to save her from being killed by Darth Vader. I feel as though a way to access it is to be on the brink of death, where, because she's on the brink of death and she's been there before, her force ghost or her spirit or her energy basically went to that plane, allowing her to access it. And because she's there, other force entities are able to contact her and speak with her. And one of the entities we run into is Hayden Christensen returning as Anakin fucking Skywalker. And I am extremely excited, because I do not think he is there as a helping hand. He is not there to lend wisdom or usher her down the correct path. Because as the episode ends, what do we hear? We hear the theme song for Darth Vader, which means that version of Anakin Skywalker is definitely a fucking villain, and him and Ahsoka are probably going to end up coming to blows, because one of the things that they've been hinting on during basically the show is that Ahsoka hasn't fully closed the book on that part of her that's connected to Anakin, which I feel as though her being in the world between worlds, running into either the force ghost of Anakin or an apparition of him, or maybe it's all just happening inside of her head. It's going to allow her to move past that master student relationship that she had with him, because she even still calls him master when she turns around and he sees him. And what a nice callback, man. Such a great callback that she turns around when she hears Anakin go, "Hello, Snips." Peak Star Wars, baby. Peak Star Wars is great. I absolutely freaking love it. But yeah, we back. Channel's back. Content's going to be coming back, at least on the main Blurredly channel. The other channel is going to be for just anime and gaming, and then we're going to separate that from the more live action shows and reviews and news that we do over here. But it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great. We're going to have a fucking blast. But comment down below and let me know what you think about the most recent episode of Ahsoka. Are you as hyped as I am for what we're going to get next week? And I will catch you in the next one.